Welcome viewers, welcome to Zing. Hi, I'm Doel and today I'll be speaking to you about a very ongoing concept called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is also known as intermittent energy restriction and has been recommended by the American Dietetic Association as providing you weight loss when done in a proper way. But what is intermittent fasting? I will give you a concept on intermittent fasting and its various types and how it should be done, and it should be done for whom to give you the best of results. Listen to the full video for a very short, informative understanding of the common ongoing concept intermittent fasting. The American Heart Association says that intermittent fasting may help you to control obesity with insulin resistance, may reduce your dyslipidemia, your hypertension, inflammation of certain kinds. Weight loss is the common thing for which intermittent fasting is adopted nowadays. But we have to understand that intermittent fasting has different ways and has got different types. The very commonly used type is periodic intermittent fasting. In periodic intermittent fasting, we choose particular hours of the day to eat. For example, we eat from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the night, and we give a gap from 8 o'clock in the night till 8 o'clock in the morning. So we eat for 12 hours and we give a gap for 12 hours. This is one of the most common methods of intermittent fasting which is practiced. There can be alternate day intermittent fasting. That is, you eat one day and you give a gap on the other day. If you eat on Monday, you don't eat on Tuesday. Again, if you eat on Wednesday, you don't eat on Thursday. Sometimes this is modified also, wherein you eat one day and in the next day you consume 25% of your calories instead of going for a full day fast. That is alternate intermittent fasting. Another is periodic intermittent fasting. In this, you eat for 2-3 days in a week and you fast completely for 1 or 2 days in a week. In a more staunch version, you go for 2-3 days fasting in a week and eat for only maybe 3 or 4 days. Now, the question remains, which method of intermittent fasting should we ideally choose? Ideally, if you are looking for going into a weight loss diet, it is always not necessary that you will have to go for intermittent fasting. But if you would really like to try your hand at intermittent fasting, I would advise you to go for the first one, where you eat from morning 8 to evening 8 and leave a window of 8 in the evening till 8 in the morning. That is a 12 hours gap. Now, what do we actually do or eat in these 12 hours? We are aware of the intermittent fasting regime, but sometimes we are not aware what to eat on those 12 hours window that we are allotting ourselves. Do you think that we can actually feast on those 12 hours? No, it is not so. Intermittent fasting, when combined with a non-carbohydrate plan on the window times when you are eating, gives you the best of the results. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are doing intermittent fasting, that is, you're eating from morning 8 till evening 8. What should you eat? If you are a non-vegetarian, you can ideally go for a chicken veg plan. if you are a vegetarian, you can go for a milk fruit plan, as in chicken veg plan. When you go for that, you don't consume any carbohydrate in this 12 hours. You only sustain on chickens, vegetables and 500 grams of allotted fruits. There is absolutely no carb, no rice, no biscuits, no suji, no chapati, no bread, no corn, nothing. And if you are a vegetarian, you can go for a milk fruit plan, wherein in the whole day you consume 750 ml of low fat or rather double toned milk along with 650 grams of fruits, preferably apple, papaya, watermelon, guava, berries. You will not once again consume any kinds of rice and rice products, dal and dal products. You will only stick to the milk and milk product group and fruits. In the milk fruit plan, you can also incorporate vegetables, but there will be nothing from your rice, wheat, besan, chana, bread, muri, suji, chivra, nothing at all. Okay? And there will also be no kind of pulses and legumes. That is dal and dal products, as in dal, the different kinds of dal, and dal products as in chana, lentils, nothing of that sort. When you do an intermittent fasting from morning 8, an intermittent eating from morning 8 till evening 8 and a fast from evening 8 to morning 8, you should ideally be following the milk fruit plan or the chicken vegetable plan, or you can alternate them also and follow to give you the best of the results. My dear viewers, the question here arises that which intermittent fasting you should follow. As I told you, it's preferable to follow the fasting which gives you a 12 hours window. But how long can you continue to follow it? Or how long is it healthy for you to follow it? Being associated with the wellness sector for the past 20 years and being a dietitian myself, I would not advise you to follow this kind of a regime for a very longer period of time. I would ideally always tell you that if you want to lose weight, you should consult a dietitian, give the normal dietary pattern and take a diet plan which will put your body in a negative calorie balance and you will lose weight. That ways you can continue that diet for a very long time. Intermittent fasting with chicken vegetable plan and milk fruit plan, the one I told you, can maximum be continued for 1.5 months. This is done when you require a faster weight loss for any particular purpose. But please remember, in this plan, you cannot or you should not follow it beyond 1.5 months because it might cause certain health problems, because it is not exactly a very healthy dietary pattern. Though your food has been supplemented with enough amount of proteins, vitamins, minerals and a portion of carbohydrate. But this plan's sustainability is for approximately 1 to 1.5 months. Before you do it, please remember not to exceed 1 to 1.5 months. And if you couple this plan ideally with a half an hour of brisk walk, preferably after your dinner, this plan will give you an even better result. Was I able to impart a little bit of knowledge on intermittent fasting to you? Was I able to share my bit of knowledge with you? Your likes, your comments will actually help me to build up a better and better video and to understand how much or how less you liked my video. But definitely, viewers, I would advise you to go for intermittent fasting only after speaking to your dietitian. Next week, I would like to come back to you with aloe vera. Aloe vera, as we are all of us are aware, the use of aloe vera in our daily life, in our food, in our drink, as well as in our skin to beat the extreme heat of summers which is knocking on our door. In the meantime, you can always visit us on www.zingfitclinic.com, and you can follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Insta, and on Pinterest. And let your week be very happy, very happening. Stay well, stay happy, stay fit, and stay Zing.